G.W. Hale, Gloucester, Massachusetts, 4th September 1894. Dear Mother, the bundle was the report of the meeting. Hope you will succeed in publishing some in the Chicago papers. Here is letter from Divanji to you which will explain his sending a pamphlet to Mr. Hale. The rugs are coming. When they come, take them in, even paying the duty if any. I will pay it to you afterwards. I have plenty of money, more than $150 in pocket. Will get more tonight. Here are some newspaper clippings and an Indian Mirror I will send later on. Some have been sent to Mr. Barrows. Don't hope he will give them publicity. Now for your Mrs. Bartlett. I am in haste. Will write more with the clippings. Write to me always, kind mother. I become very anxious when I do not hear from you. Write whether I reply sharp or not. Your son, Vivekananda. 1.32 Mrs. G.W. Hale, Annisquam, 5 September 1894. Dear Mother, the news of the arrival of the phonograph from Khetri has not come yet, but I am not anxious because I just now got another letter from India wherein there is no mention of the photographs I sent, showing that parcels reach later than letters. Herewith I send you an autograph letter of H.H. the Maharaja of Mysore, the chief Hindu king in India. You may see on the map that his territory occupies a very large portion of southern India. I am very glad that he is slowly being gained over to my side. If he wills, he can set all my plans to work in 5 days. He has an income of $150 million. Think of that. May Jagadamba, the mother of the universe, turn his mind towards the good work. He says he quite appreciates my good words. They were about my plans for educating the poor. Hope he will soon show it in material shape. My love to all. Why the babies do not prattle? Your son, Vivekananda. 9.1.33 Mrs. G.W. Hale, Hotel Bellevue, European Plan, Beacon Street, Boston, 12th September 1894. Dear Mother, I hope you will immediately send me over the little scrap from the Indian Mirror about my Detroit lectures which I sent you. Yours, Vivekananda. 9.1.34 Mrs. G.W. Hale, Hotel Bellevue, Beacon Street, Boston, 13 September 1894. Dear Mother, your very kind note came just now. I was suffering for the last few days from cold and fever. I am all right now. I am glad all the papers reached you safe. The newspaper clippings are with Mrs. Bagley. Only a copy has been sent over to you. By the by, Mrs. Bagley becomes jealous if I send away everything to you. That is between you and me. The Indian Mirror is with Professor Wright, and he will send it over to you. There is yet no news of the phonograph. Wait 1 week more, and then we will inquire. If you see a letter with the Khetri stamp, then surely the news is coming. I do not smoke 1/3 as much as I used to when Father Pope's eternal box was ready and open day and night. Haridas Bhai is to be addressed as Shri only. On the envelope, Diwan Bahadur ought to be written, as that is a title. Perhaps the note from the Maharaja of Mysore has reached you by this time. I will remain a few days yet in Boston and the vicinity. The bank book is in the bank. We did not take it out, but the checkbook is with me. I am going to write out my thoughts on religion. In that, no missionaries have any place. I am going to lecture in New York in autumn, but I like teaching small circles better, and there will be enough of that in Boston. The rugs I wanted to be sent from India, and they will come from Punjab, where the best rugs are made. I had a beautiful letter from Sister Mary. Narasimha must have got money or passage by this time, and his people have taken care to send him Thomas Cook's passage from place to place. I think he is gone now. I do not think the Lord will allow his servant to be inflated with vanity at the appreciation of his countrymen. I am glad that they appreciate me, not for my sake, but that I am firmly persuaded that a man is never improved by abuse, but by praise. And so with nations. Think how much of abuse has been quite unnecessarily hurled at the head of my devoted, poor country. And for what? They never injured the Christians or their religion or their preachers. They have always been friendly to all. So you see, Mother, every good word a foreign nation says to them has such an amount of power for good in India. The American appreciation of my humble work here has really done a good deal of benefit to them. Send a good word, a good thought, at least to the downtrodden, vilified, poor millions of India, instead of abusing them day and night. That is what I beg of every nation. Help them if you can. If you cannot, at least cease from abusing them. I did not see any impropriety in the bathing places at the seashore, but only vanity in some. In those that went into water with their corsets on, that was all. I have not got any copy of the Inter-Ocean yet. With my love to Father Pope, babies, and to you, I remain your obedient son, Vivekananda. 9.1.35 Mrs. G. W. Hale, Hotel Bellevue, Beacon Street, Boston, 19 September 1894. Dear Mother, the huge packet received. It was a few pamphlets sent over to me from my monastery in Calcutta. No news at all about the phonograph. I think it is high time we make them inquire into it. The 2 volumes of Todd's History of Rajasthan have been presented to me by Mrs. Potter Palmer. I have asked her to send it over to your care. The babies will like reading it very much, and after they finish I will send it over with my Sanskrit books to Calcutta. I did not ask you to send me the typewritten news clippings at all, but a little slip I sent over some time ago from the Indian Mirror. Perhaps it did not reach you at all. You need not send the typewritten thing at all. I do not require any clothes here. There are plenty of them. I am taking good care of my cuffs and collars, etc. I have more clothes than are necessary. Very soon I will have to disburse myself of half of them at least. I will write to you before I go to India. I am not flying off without giving you due intimation. Yours, Vivekananda. P.S. My love to babies and Father Pope. 9.1.36 Mrs. G. W. Hale, Hotel Bellevue, Beacon Street, Boston, 24th September 1894. Dear Mother, I have not heard from you a long while. I am still in Boston and will be a few days more. I am afraid the phonograph has not reached India at all, or something is the matter with it. Kindly ask Mr. to inquire. The receipt is with you on which they will inquire. Ever affectionately yours, Vivekananda. 9.1.37 Mrs. G. W. Hale, Hotel Bellevue, Beacon Street, Boston, 27 September 1894. Dear Mother, the bundles all came safely. One was newspapers from India. The other was the short sketch of my master published by Mr. Mazumdar long ago. In the latter bundle there are 2 sextos or pamphlets. One my master's sketch, the other a short extract to show how what Mr. Keshab Chandra Sen and Pratap Chandra Mazumdar preached as their new dispensation was stolen from my master's life. The latter therefore you need not distribute, but I hope you will distribute my master's life to many good people. I beg you to send some to Mrs. Guernsey, Fishkill on the Hudson, New York. Mrs. Arthur Smith and Mrs. Miss Mary A. Phillips, 19 West 38th Street, New York, both. To Mrs. Bagley Annisquam, Massachusetts, and Professor J. Wright, Professor of Greek, Harvard, Massachusetts. The newspapers you may do whatever you like, and I hope you will send any newspaper scrap you get about me to India. Yours, etc. Vivekananda. 9.1.38 Mrs. G. W. Hale, care of Mrs. Old Bull, 168 Brattle Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 5th October 1894. Dear Mother, I have not heard from you for long. Have you received the huge packages I sent over to you? Have you heard anything about the phonograph from the express office? I will be with Mrs. Old Bull a few days and then I go to New York to Mrs. Guernsey's. Yours ever affectionately, Vivekananda. 9.1.39 Mrs. G. W. Hale, care of Mrs. Old Bull, Riverview, 168 Brattle Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts, postmarked October 10, 1894, 4:30 a.m. Dear Mother, received 2 letters from you and a large number from India but none from Khetri. I am sorry the sisters have got bad colds and more sorry for your getting worried over it. Nothing can make a Christian worry. I hope Narasimha will be a good boy this time forth. Sister Mary is coming to Boston. Good. I am going off from here tomorrow to Baltimore. I had enough to pay all my expenses here, and since I am living with Mrs. Bull, there is no expense. She is a rich and highly cultured lady. She has given me $500 for my work or anything I like. As I am not going west very soon, I will have a bank account here in Boston. From Philadelphia, I go to Washington, and then I will run between New York and Boston. So I do not think I will be able to see you, except perhaps Sister Mary. I want so very much that Mary will see Mrs. Bull and others of my friends here. I have the fat of the land as usual, and my dinner is cooking very well both here and in India. Do not make it public, Mother. That is between you and me and the babies. And do not worry yourself about anything. All things come to him that waits. I'm going to send the greater part of the money I have got to India, and then money will come faster. I have always found that the faster I spend, the faster it comes. Nature abhors a vacuum. I am in very good spirits. Only you must not stop keeping me informed about yourself, babies, and Father Pope from time to time. Perhaps you remember the 2 letters that came from Mysore. I want one of those envelopes with the Mysore King's seal on the outside to be sent to Miss Phillips, 19 West 38th Street, New York. I cannot go to New York now nor to Chicago, although I had a number of invitations and offers from both the places. I must see now the capital and the other cities. I am in his hands. If Miss Mary be in Boston, sometime I may hope to see her. I am glad that Narasimha was never fast. Hope he will never be. From India they always write me to come, come, come. They do not know the secret. I am acting more from here than I will ever do from there. Kindly send my letters to this address, and they will reach me safe wherever I be. This will be one of my homes when I am in Boston. Lord bless you all, dear mother. Yours ever affectionately, Vivekananda. 9.1.40 Mrs. Old Bull, 1123 St. Paul Street, Baltimore, 17th October 1894. Dear Mrs. Bull, I could not find time earlier to write you. I was so incessantly knocking about. We had a nice meeting last Sunday at Baltimore and are going to have one more next Sunday. Of course, they do not financially help me a bit, but as I promised to help them and like the idea, I speak for them. In the letters you sent over from India was an address sent over to me from Calcutta by my fellow citizens for my work here and a number of newspaper cuttings. I will send them on to you later. Yesterday I went to see Washington and met Mrs. Colville and Miss Young, who were very kind to me. I am going to speak at Washington again, and then will go over to Philadelphia and from there to New York. Your affectionate son, Vivekananda. 9.